When it comes to desk displays, Linus is partial to 42 inches, I'm partial to 32. But Samsung made the 37-inch 4K ViewFinity for anyone who wants something in between. That's right, you wouldn't expect it to be, but this is a world's first. I'm kind of surprised no one's made a 4K 37-inch monitor yet, but you know, Samsung, they did it first. Let's open this up. Now to be clear, this is not a gaming monitor. It's 60 hertz, so maybe don't buy it if you're a gamer, but I love weirdly sized displays. That LG Dual Up, incredible monitor. You know, it's not for gaming, but it's still sick. This is upside down. Give me a second. In the box, we've got a bunch of cables, HDMI. I'm not saying 2.1 because I don't think it is. Also, there is a DisplayPort on here. It's only 1.2, but it's not high refresh rate. Here's our DisplayPort 1.2 cable. Well, okay, the cable's probably 1.4, but yeah, the port ain't. Then we've got our power, because yes, this is not going into a brick. We're plugging in directly into our monitor. And lastly, we've got a USB C to C. Does it say if there's power delivery or anything? I don't see it. And they've got this in here because, of course, this being more of an office monitor, it is a KVM. And we'll get to one of my favorite parts in a little bit, because it's also got another thing that's pretty uncommon when it comes to displays. Simple user guide. Cool, and it works for a lot of monitors, because yep, this is just a pretty standard boy here. And otherwise, we've just got like how to set up. This does have a supposedly super easy to set up stand. I'm gonna get to that shortly here. And I think it's toolless. And the website, I watched Samsung's promotional video for this. They say you can do it in 5 seconds. I don't know about that. We'll try our best. Yeah, here we go. That's the stand. It looks pretty standard to me. Standard. You like that? And then we've got the base of our stand right here. Instead of the like traditional column and a screw design, there is a column in the bottom of this one, and that's keyed. So you slot it in and then you twist it and then it's done. Probably sturdy enough, but 37 inches makes me a little nervous. 37 inches is like basically a TV. I can't wait to get this on the desk. But first, let's try the 5-second stand. I'm the fastest monitor assembler in the Northwest. I ain't never seen anybody do it this quick. We're gonna go viral with this one. Done. And then if you want to take it off, boom. Easier. Unless someone out there can prove to me that this is like ultra flimsy and it's a bad design, I guess maybe, you know, the button sticks out, so maybe you press it like you stupidly put this down on your desk and there's a thing there and it magically just so happens to be in line to press the button, then it's disturbed and then you move it and then it falls out. Maybe that can happen. Will it? Almost definitely not. But until someone proves that that's a thing, I love this. This is like kind of amazing, and I really hope that everyone transitions to this system, because like, man, it's just that easy. Holy shit. That's 5 seconds, I couldn't believe it. Well then, you know, I got it and I did it in like 2 seconds. So yeah, this thing's awesome. All right, let's get this thing out of the box. That's what, because you know, we're already so impressed by the stand, which by the way is a nice squared base, very thin, easy to put stuff on, doesn't really get in the way. And it's a relatively small footprint for a display this big. Oh man, can I do it one-handed? Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Easy. Yeah. You don't need help for this one. Wow. Would you look at this? The back ain't nothing too fancy. It's nothing special, just some, you know, boring flat panel. Yeah. But then the front, we got this majestic 37-inch 4K monster. Incredible. Let's get this wiped up and then we'll take a quick look at the I/O. We've got our HDMI port, display port, USB-B, USB-C, Kensington lock, actually kind of matters since this is meant to be in offices, and our power connector. And on our non-traditional side here, we've got our 3 USB-A ports, as well as a headphone jack, and what I'm really excited about, Ethernet. And it's gigabit. It's so like well balanced too. Holding it actually feels really easy with one hand. It's a really minor thing, but when you move a lot of monitors around, like you get to tell when they feel really lopsided and stuff. When it comes to adjustability, Look at this. It's actually quite a bit of rotation here, and then it should be able to tilt as well. And I don't, no pivot. Sorry guys, no pivot, but I mean, it's a 37-inch panel. Do you imagine it vertical? That'd actually be crazy, right? Oh man, like here, I can show you guys. That's good. Okay, so it's not gonna go vertical, but it does have a ton. And then obviously there's height adjustment. Honestly, it's pretty sick so far. But let's get it hooked up on the desk over there, take a look at some content on it, but not before a word from our sponsor.
Delete Me. There's no denying your personal information is out there online. No matter how much you try to keep your data private, there's always data brokers legally finding ways to sell it. But thanks to Delete Me, there's a hands-free way to remove that information for you. Delete Me continuously removes your data thanks to their in-house tech, no third parties. And unlike other services, they verify your personal info is on data broker sites before submitting a removal request. Get 20% off Delete Me's consumer plans when you join deleteme.com/shortcircuit, or use the promo code ShortCircuit at checkout, or you can even use the QR code on the screen.
Hell yeah. Look at this. 4K, 300%? No. Let's see what it looks like at 100% scaling. Honestly, too small, but can't get over how much screen space this is. Hold on, I gotta bring it down. A 42-inch TV is too big, just flat out. That's more like this, and that's too much for me, but 37 inches. It's like, it's enough to have as a really big primary display, and then you could still fit like a little 27-inch vertical over here, and I think that would be great. The only problem is obviously it's not really for gaming, so let's take a couple quick looks here at, also it can do HDR. It's not very good, so we're gonna not worry about that right now. I really want something this big now. It was worth it for me to go from a 34-inch ultra-wide to a 32-inch 4K monitor, but now that I've got this in front of me, I kind of want 37. I just wish it was like at least 120 hertz. Let's try gaming on it. It looks pretty good. I'll get to the actual results in a little bit here, but let's try gaming on it real quick. Yeah, it's 60 hertz. Hell yeah. You might be able to get away with overclocking it a little bit, but I don't think you're gonna get that much. Maybe 75. You know, there's a lot of screen tearing. It's not the best motion pixel response times I've ever seen. But you know what? If you're at the office and you want to play like a quick game of Counter-Strike, or you know, you want to play a game that's not a first-person shooter, this thing's awesome. Okay, I will admit this is pretty bad. I probably wouldn't play, okay, never mind. Yeah, I wouldn't play Counter-Strike on this. 60 hertz sucks. But there's a lot of more chill games that only need like 60 hertz. Like you can play Civ on this thing, oh my God. Oh, this would be amazing for Civ. Oh my God, or like City Skylines or something, like any kind of big resource, like city management kind of game. Oh, this would actually be incredible for that. Oh yeah, it's rough when I do like a big flick or a pan. Oh, that's progress though, baby. 37-inch 4K world's first. That's what you get. There's gonna be some drawbacks. We know it can game. We know you can watch content on it. But how about that KVM? That's what gotta try. I've got my laptop right here. I'm gonna plug it into the port that's got a bunch of data symbols on it. Actually, can it do power and display out of the same port? USB Type-C has been connected. Will you automatically switch to it? No? Okay, that's fine. There's a navigation nubbin on the back here. Source, USB Type-C. We're connected through the right port because this one doesn't have Ethernet, but this one does. And now I'm getting 90 watts of power delivery over USB-C, as well as Ethernet. Let's see how good the connection is. Let's do a speed test. See if we actually get gigabit. This is not looking good for gigabit. Well, 300 up and down isn't bad. It's actually pretty good. But there's a bit of an issue. If you want to do all of these things, 4K, 90 watts power delivery, and gigabit Ethernet, you're not going to get that. Unfortunately, what you're going to have to do if you really need gigabit is you're going to have to go into the menu, go into USB-C preference, and instead of high resolution, you have to change it to high speed data. That's going to drop our resolution down to like 1920 by 1280, whatever my laptop is natively. But we're going to retest this. Look at that. 913 down, 888 up. That's pretty solid. It is a little annoying that you can't get all of it in one package at the same time, but you know what? 300 megs is solid and probably good enough for most people. But what's this thing like when it comes to color performance? Well, with just a few minor settings in SDR, we're measuring a little bit over a Delta E 2000 average of 1. So it's color accurate for just about whatever you're gonna wanna do. Now, when it comes to HDR, not so much. We're getting a Delta E ITP average of just under 23. It's a regular edge-lit panel. There's no full array local dimming. I don't recommend this for HDR. But for office work, I think it's absolutely incredible, especially if you want like a one monitor solution. Like this is great for like a hot desk. This is a great size for like grabbing one window and then putting it to the side and having whatever else you need up. At around $580, it's a little expensive, but for office equipment, it's not that bad, especially considering the size and the fact that it's also 4K, it's a KVM, it's got all these extra features. If this is the monitor for you, you'll probably know, and you should definitely consider picking it up. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the Samsung ViewFinity S8, the world's first 37-inch 4K monitor. I'm Plouffe. I'm the world's first me.
Nuh-uh.
You're the first one? No!